Hello and welcome to the opening commentary track for Jason of Star Command. My name's Andy Mangels. I'll be your host for this episode, and with me are two of the men who brought this extremely popular show to television, including...
I'm Lou Scheimer, one of the producers.
And I'm Craig Littler, and I play Jason. Oh. And that's Parsafoot.
Craig, you mentioned something about that crashing through the door.
Well, the intro in every show, was this scene where I come crashing through this balsa wood door, this fake that was all chopped and cut, so you could break through it. But I had hip pads on and knee pads actually, but very light ones because you get the wardrobe I had was so tight fitting. It was a futuristic tight fitting thing. But I went through that door, Lou. I don't know.
You went
a dozen times, 2,000, 3,000. I don't know, but it hurt. I mean, I took a beating. I got hip pointers, I got elbow pointers, because when I hit, as you saw the master shot, you could see the floor, and so there weren't any pads.
No pads, nothing there.
No.
Why did you do this?
I just hit the floor because I was foolish. I was young. Actors, they want to do their own stunts, until you get hurt. But I took some bruising. I mean, I'm surprised I didn't break a bone. I went through that door quite a few times.
An X-ray device? You mean that little...
How did you get cast on the series?
Well, I'd gotten called in by the casting director. My agents had submitted me for this show I'd heard about.
There's Wiki.
There's Wiki, yep. And they brought me out, and I went through, I think, 2 different auditions, and when came back. And then I think Susan was there at that point and was already cast, I think, and did a second audition. And I immediately hit it off with Art Nadel and with Lou, the producers and Art the director.
I got to tell you, as soon as I saw him and met him, we talked. It was a lunch, and Norm and I came up to. I had been in the studio over in Reseda, and I said, "This is the guy." I mean, this is Indiana Jones for Saturday morning.
Yeah.
No, I mean, you were the perfect guy.
Yeah. Yeah, it just worked out beautifully.
There was kind of an element of Han Solo about you, in this series.
Yeah. And, I had the height and, too, I think, the stature, I was...
You were the right-looking guy.
Yeah.
And on top of that, he's talented. I can say that. You can't say that.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much.
Let's talk about your co-star here who played Parsafoot.
Charlie Dell. Great guy. Charlie... This, and I think Lou would agree, this didn't really show off his talents that much. It was such a character, such a stretch, but he was the sweetest guy. Hardworking, even in this, he was always there. He always had his lines down. He was always prepared. And he was really a blast to work with, Lou. I think you would agree. I mean, when you see dailies, you could see this kid, he was a very good little actor. And this didn't really show it because it was so...
Oh, there goes that door.
There I go.
Oh!
Ouch! Ow! Ooh, it hurts now.
He didn't get up that fast.
No, I think once or twice I did, but then finally I was, yeah.
Now that's Susan O'Hanlon with you?
That's Susan, right. Susan O'Hanlon, I think she was going by then, and she'd gotten married, and darling girl, good little actress, and she was just, very darling girl, and we played well together, I think. The match was good.
Oh, that's there's Wiki.
And this little guy, the folks listening, that little Wiki, he's on wires and everything, and you can't really see it, but I mean...
Made us crazy.
Yeah, because it never worked, Lou, right?
No, it never worked, until the camera was off.
Right.
I mean, true. That thing didn't move while the camera was on.
I'm telling you, it had a mind of its own. It was like it was alive. It would start working, and then they'd go, okay, roll them, and the thing would just...
Nothing.
Stop.
Arthur, remember we built we built a fake Wiki that he could, and he didn't know. And at the end of the series, we said, Arthur, why don't you just smash that damn thing, darn thing? And Arthur came, and we had filled it with this goop, and he smashed it, and he thought blood and guts were coming out. He didn't know what the heck to do.
And of course, they didn't want to destroy the real one.
Oh no, we were waiting to be picked up.
Yeah, no, right, exactly. We had to get to the second year with a little Wiki. But you know what I don't see here is Peepo. I know that's so weird.
I have Peepo at home.
Do you really?
I was trying to break him to bring him in. No, I have it at the house. We'll see. And Hal Sutherland and I last night were going to pick. The night before, we couldn't pick it up. I mean, we were 30 years younger then. The thing that must have 500 pounds of dead batteries in it. I don't know.
Here we have
Jimmy
Doohan.
Yeah, Jimmy had just not far off Star Trek there. He went on after that to do the movies as well. And he was a pleasure to work. He was just the sweetest guy.
Do you know this pilot episode was written by Sam Peoples, is the same guy who wrote the pilot episode that got Star Trek on the air.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he'd worked for us on Flash Gordon. He was really a terrific writer, and he did action stuff. Well, obviously, he did breaking through door stuff all the time.
Yeah, he wrote that for me. But yeah, he was James Doohan was just a real pleasure. The whole cast was. We all got along very well. The writers, the directors, the producers. It was really a close knit family, and we never ever had in the 2 years I was there ever had a problem with anybody that I recall. Even the guest stars, everyone was just did their job. You know, I mean, they were asked to do some really bizarre things because, of course, you're doing a lot of acting to nothing. You know, which is very.
So we got John Russell came in later on.
John did the second year.
He did the second year, and we asked him to paint his skin blue.
Right. He was not happy about that.
No.
John was Russell was very sort of stiff, very.
Macho.
Yeah, he was a very
proper,
austere sort of guy. He didn't have the James Doohan was a fun. John was very sort of stern and severe, and took everything very seriously. They asked him to turn. He was blue. He was all blue. Yeah, he didn't like that. I don't know who came up.
One of the writers, certainly not me.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, he wasn't. I don't recall him being real happy about that. It also Sid Haig. I haven't seen Sid in this.
I think he's about to show up here somewhere here in the episode.
This is the episode that introduced the series practically.
Yeah, and you know it's been so long. I don't recall who came in where and when and.
Sid came in on a motorcycle.
Now, yeah, right. I mean, Sid was just a number. He had this goatee and this whole beard thing going on. Bald, tall, big guy. He had that laugh, and he was he was really a trip. He was a great guy. You know, one of those pussycat bad guys, you know, just nicest guy. And
I heard he was a dancer, actually, prior to doing...
You're kidding.
Yeah, I think he was.
I did.
Yeah.
Because he did a lot of motorcycle pictures. That's all I remember.
Right.
Now, how exactly did Jimmy Doohan survive in space? You didn't pay much attention to science here, did you, Lou?
Obviously.
See, now here we're in the capsule, obviously, and basically they've laid in the stars out there. But, I mean, when we were actors, when Charlie and I were sitting looking out that window, there's just people and sets and cameras and everything. I mean, and you're acting to basically nothing. You know, it's quite a phenomenon. You have to be very focused.
And we didn't do this with the camera. I mean, you guys really did this in slow motion.
Yeah.
So is this done green screen, or was it? Was there just like a black drape with twinkly lights?
It was a black drape with twinkly lights, but they couldn't really see the lights. They were tiny little things. The camera picked them up.
Yeah, right. No, I don't recall the lights. Yeah, it's fun. A lot of capsule stuff. This was really fun. And, of course, we had a whole control panel there that we were, pretending like we're flying and, all those buttons, and we're moving the instruments. And it was really fun.
Did anything actually happen when you pushed a button other than the light coming on or off?
No, but the lights sort of blinked, and they did have that working. And these things, sort of the lights flashing up and down, these color screens.
And these were not done digitally.
Nope.
All those were really models. I have one of the models of the Dragon. Oh, I should have brought that.
This is before, I think, any digital.
You
work.
couldn't.
There were no computers.
Yeah, this was done with many takes.
Yeah, I mean, this was done the old-fashioned way, boy, just hard work, I mean, looking at the stuff they do now compared to this, it's just astounding. But this really works well when you compare it.
You couldn't see anything on Saturday morning that looked this good. I mean,
No.
Wasn't this one of the highest budgeted?
Yeah, you
kid
know,
shows?
it's really funny. I've been trying to remember what we got paid for these. I mean, it was highest then, but now if I can't remember. I don't think we got $100,000 a half hour on these.
Yeah, if you can imagine.
But it
Today,
was-
it'd be millions.
It was much higher than your earlier live shows. You know,
Oh,
Shazam
yeah.
and ISIS and so forth. Because you couldn't have done this on those budgets.
Yeah.
It was just super popular. I still have, by the way, some of the fan mail.
Oh,
I read some the other day when I started looking for some things because I knew we were going to put these tracks down and go on camera and everything. And I read some, and it's just amazing. These little kids that you know are probably in their 40s now. If they could read this and go, "What did I say to this guy?" And they'd write to Dear Jason, you know, and not Craig Littler. They'd say Jason, you know. It's just hysterical. My daughters love it. They just love it.
Oh, there's
There's
Sid.
Sid.
Stay tuned, and you'll see the next exciting chapter.
Of Jason of Star Command.
Thank you both for being here.
Thanks, Andy.